together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we save, making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and today we get a good slate of baseball for this Friday, the 25th. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. And looking back at yesterday, it was one of those days where when you look at a couple of results, you're like, I don't know how yesterday wasn't a winning day, because it felt like it should have been. And I feel like everything was trolling me yesterday. Because my double ups, I think I split on every single one of my double ups. I won one, lost the other one. I started off with the Yankees first 5 minus a half was a winner, lost the full game run line. Rays team total over 4.5 was a winner, lost the full game over. Astros were a joke. I don't want to. I bet the Guardians. And then they switched it from Ryan Pepiot to Caleb Ferguson. It went from 124 to 109. I decided to stay off.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. Twins first 5, they win the full game, but they cashed the team total over. Oakland first 5, that was probably the most frustrating baseball game of the day, because Oakland was leading. Or I think they were down in the bottom of the second, but ended up taking the lead in the top of the third. I think that was right, either third or fourth. And the only inning after that they weren't leading after was the fifth. After that, they tied it immediately back up in the sixth after giving up 4 runs in the bottom of the fifth, losing the first 5. And I went on the full game. I got the team total over, yay, but that pissed me off because I needed those Oakland Athletics first 5 to have a profitable day in baseball. I went 4-5, down 1.31 units. WNBA, I reverse swept, went 0-2. I only played 1 game, but I played 2 plays on it. The first half and full game unders in Seattle, Indiana. There was 49 points in the first quarter, which screwed the first half, which ended up finishing only 2 points over. Because the second quarter was extremely slow, but it didn't matter because they scored a ton of points in the first quarter. And then the full game under was looking decent heading into the fourth, and then they decided no defense in the fourth. We're good. We played defense in the second and the third. We're good. So 0-2 there. But probably the most frustrating game of the night here was the CFL game. I got the first half plus 5.5. What?
No, I'm sorry. I was looking at the score of the CFL game. What the hell happened?
Yeah, I got the first half plus 5.5. That was a winner. And it was a winner, but not because of the Alouettes offense. The Alouettes offense put up 3 points in that game last night. Their defense had 2 interception touchdowns.
Nice.
It was 20-17 heading into halftime. I needed a field goal from the Alouettes to cash the team total over 19.5. What do they proceed to do?
Nothing.
Not only they only got 1 first down in the second half, and that was with about 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's what happened to that game. Montreal plus 9 loser. Montreal team total over 19.5. If I was on a good run, I would have gotten the field goal and I would have hit that. But the run I'm on right now is unbelievably frustrating. That I'm just playing first 5s and should be playing the full games, or I'm playing the full games and should be playing the first 5s. I'm not getting field goals when you got 17 of the 20 points you need in the for the team total. I can't get 3 points in the second half. I mean, it's just stupid stuff like this that is just killing me right now. 5-9 yesterday, down 3.17 units. Overall, in the month of August, I can't wait for this month to end because this has been humiliating. It's been embarrassing. It's been awful. It's been depressing. 196, 211, and 15, down 24.31 units. After what was June and July, August has been extremely frustrating, and I'm ready for it to end. On to the day.
Yesterday was actually good for the site, though, Nick. Cleveland, though, was not a winner. WNBA actually had a really good day. 3-0-1. Connecticut plus 6.5. They were winning big for a while. Then it got tied up, went into overtime. They lost by 5, covered the 6.5. It got a push on that Seattle game, Seattle plus 4. We did get a nice 7-5 win over the Texas Rangers. Chicago, which the Sky were winning by a lot. I think they were up double digits or like 15 or 20 on the Aces at one point. They lose by 7, cover the 14.5. The over, once again, when in doubt, bet Minnesota or Dallas overs. They've been hitting them like crazy. We rode the wave. Nice winner there with the Oakland Athletics, 8-5. We won't mention that Montreal game again. Arizona run line was a loser. They win 3-2. So that was kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Ended up being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 in one day on the site, up 2.17. Still trying to dig ourselves out of the ugly August that's down 10 units at the moment, but back to today, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I need a winning day. It's been a while.
Back to go to the Chetnik, and then we'll get started.
Yeah. Nathan saying, good morning, ESB. Cashed out on 1 3-teamer and 1 2-teamer, 3.95 units. There you go. Astros hurt me bad. Yeah, that was ugly. Are they there? Who are they playing today? The Astros.
Detroit, and I'm already on the Astros.
Okay, I was gonna say the Astros should smash that game. Terrible, man. Just terrible. D-backs couldn't cover. Yeah, I was kind of weary on that spot. That spot seemed too easy. My 2-teamer was absolutely genius. Put $50 on the Steelers second half, and the Reds first 5 plus a half. There you go. Unbelievable. A's first 5. Yeah, and I saw our good friend that rhymes with Lent put out a post in the top of the 5th inning about the A's clutching up the first 5.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah. These run lines are biting me in the ass lately. That's why I play -1s. I only play -1.5s when I absolutely have to. When I can't get a -1 at -140 or lower, I'll take the -1.5. Besides the Orioles, I felt some array in that Cleveland CFL game. It pissed me off. Yeah, in hindsight, should have hammered Pitt. I think Pitt going forward for the preseason is a team I want to back. I don't know if they're a regular season team yet. Obviously, they have been. But Pitt -4, and they got up to -6.5, and then Winnipeg. There you go. Needed White Sox race to 2 last night. Watch balling out. But we'll get into the slate, and I'll be completely honest. I have not bet a baseball game yet. The only action I have right now is CFL. I'm not touching NFL Week 3 either. Our preseason Week 3. I didn't last year. I'm not this year because that's just usually when the 3rd and 4th stringers are going. So, and there's really no edge for me there. But I've only bet the CFL game so far. That's it. So we're gonna get into it here. Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins in this game. Marlins are 205 favorites with a total of 8. Jonah Dunn and Braxton Garrett, your pitching matchup here. Take a look at the line history in the spot where it opened up at a 190. It's up to a 205 now, so a 15-cent line movement here towards the Miami Marlins. Line opened up at an 8 at even money to the over. Now it's down to an 8, or my bet, 8.5 at even money to the over. Now it's an 8.5 -125. So a slight move towards the under here as well. Let me get up baseball numbers here for Miami. And there we go. We have 20% of the tickets and 48% of the cash is on the Washington Nationals. The line has moved towards the Marlins. 22% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on this under. The line has moved from 8.5 down to an 8. So the line, the market agrees with the line move, or the cash flow agrees with the market move here on the under. Taking a look, and it is the worst hitting conditions on the slate. Minus 7% runs, minus 12% home runs, plus 1% doubles, triples, and minus 3% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, we have Joe Nadon and Braxton Garrett. Joe Nadon, 7.62 ERA, 1.15 whip, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 2.77 walks per 9, a 257 BABIP, a 4.19 FIP, and a 4.11 SIERA. On the flip side, Braxton Garrett, 2.57 ERA, 1.11 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%. 1.61 walks per 9, a 286 BABIP, a 3.45 FIP, and a 3.72 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the fish here, 3.77 FIP, 3.90 SIERA compared to 4.78 and 3.47. Hitting advantage goes towards the Nationals here, 100 WRC plus, which is 17th, compared to 88, which is 22nd. So the Nationals with the hitting advantage. The Marlins do have the pitching advantage in this one here. The line has moved towards the Marlins here. I'm not particularly interested in Miami at this price though. And I can get a 4.5 on this one here. I like getting the hook when it comes to these totals. I'm going to move on this under. I think this under makes sense. The first 5 under 4.5 at minus 105. This is the worst hitting conditions on the slate. Granted, I know it's an indoor dome, but still, it's the lowest percentage according to Ballpark Pal. And these teams don't really scare me when it comes to offensive. With the Marlins being a bottom 10 offense versus righties, maybe this is a lineup that Joe Nadon can work through. And the Nationals, they hit lefties a little bit, but I think the under is worth a look here. I'm going to grab this first 5 under 4.5 at minus 105.
I want to keep backing a team that's really, really hot right now. How about the Nationals? They are 8-2 in their last 10. They just took a series, granted, off of a bad Yankees team, but they've been winning games, winning series, and they've been doing it as dogs, and they've been doing it, well, most recently it's been at home, a nice road stretch, but they've been a really good road team this year. You look at their road record, wow, is that actually their road record? Oh, that's run line record. Run line record on the road is 41-22. I'm like, wow, what the heck? They're 30-33 on the road, which is a lot better than their record at home. I really like the Nationals. I want to take some plus money. I know it's Joan give up a dong, but I really don't care. Sign me up for some Washington Nationals action today, Nick.
Good luck. I don't really want to play a side in this game. If I did, I was actually leaning more towards Miami, but not at this price. I think I wanted Miami, but at this price, I just couldn't pull the trigger on Miami. So
or it's minus 120 for plus 1.5 for the Nationals.
See, that's not a bad look because they're
30-33 on the road, but 41-22 on the run line. So they've been covering the run line on the road.
Yeah, they're a weird team that does that. So they're tricky.
Hey, if that's how they're getting it done, they get it done. That works.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the under here in this spot.
Good luck to you. Okay. Head back to the chat.
Bum fight, kind of. Nats run line, and I do concur. Natty's first 5, better bet.
Natty's
yes. If I were to play the Nationals this game, it's first 5 only. I still don't trust that bullpen.
Or team total.
No, because I like the under.
Okay.
Natty's race to 2. I can see that. Move to the next matchup here. The Tampa Bay Rays are hosting the New York Yankees. The Rays are minus 125 favorites with a total of 7 in this game. We get a good pitching matchup here in this one. Garrett Cole and Zach Eflin in this one. Line opened up at a 130. It got down to a 120. Now it's back up to a minus 130. So a little bit of U-shaped movement here. Line opened up at a 7.5 at minus 110. It's now a 7 at minus 122. So this line is also gone down. Good pitching matchup. I understand the line moving down. Let's take a look at the cash flow. And yeah, 40% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the under in this game. The lines move under, but I'm not backing something with 98% of the cash on it. Those numbers, they just make me nervous. That's all it really is. Then 70% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the Rays, and this line's not really moved, which tells me maybe Garrett Cole comes out here and shoves in this spot. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal, where Tropicana Field is the second worst hitting conditions on the slate, minus 6% runs, minus 3% home runs, minus 2% doubles, triples, minus 6% singles. This pitching matchup's a great one. Garrett Cole and Zach Eflin. Cole, 4.06 ERA, 1.03 whip, 7.55 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. 2.03 walks per nine, a 253 BABIP, a 404 FIP, and a 4.17 Sierra. On the flip side, we have Zach Eflin, 4.50 ERA, 1.19 whip, 7.96 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 1.04 walks per nine, a 312 BABIP, with a 3.85 FIP, and a 3.81 Sierra. Bullpen advantage actually goes towards the Yankees here, 3.73 FIP, 3.66 Sierra compared to 3.94 and 3.71. Hitting advantage goes towards the Rays here. It's a massive 136 WRC plus, which is number 2 in baseball against righties, compared to the Yankees, who are only hitting with a 76 WRC plus, which is 29th against righties in baseball. And this one's a tricky one because the line movements have been kind of weird. It's not really moved, and all the money's on the Rays, which I think is going to keep me off of Tampa. I wanted to back Tampa in this game, but this is another one where I think that my numbers point to Eflin pitching well in this game. Obviously, I don't want the under at 3.5 for the first 5. That is, I feel like that's trying to that you're very limited on errors in that one there. I lean Tampa. But I'm going to pass on this one.
I'm going to put up Tampa because I like Tampa. I'm not going to put up Tampa. I'm going to put up Tampa run line. I want some big plus money on this one. Why? I know it's Garrett Cole, but this line is way too close. The Yankees have been awful, especially on the road. They've lost 9 out of 10. I don't understand how this game is so close. And the only reason why is because of Garrett Cole. But come on. I feel like this might be a little bit of a too easy game.
Yeah.
But I'm all over Tampa in this one, Nick.
See, I'd be careful with the run line. I project this as a low-scoring game. Low variance. I see this as a low variance.
124, 120. I can get 122. Raise money line, then 122.
I was gonna say if we're gonna play it, just take the money line because I can easily see this being 3-2 Rays. And I think, as weird as this sounds, because I'm an advocate for the opposite here, the way these bullpens are, I would advocate for the full game under rather than the first 5 under because you're only getting a 3.5 for the first 5. I can see this being 2-2 at the end of 5, but ends up finishing 3-4 or 4-2, something along those lines.
It could very well.
Because 3.5 in the first 5 is not a high total at all. So it's enough to keep me off.
There you go. But I'm on Tampa, and I threw it up there.
I'm guessing that's Rays minus 2.5.
I like the Rays, yeah.
Rays 8-2 this season versus the Yankees, scoring 4+ runs. Rays 14-4 since August 4th and scoring 4+ runs. Rays team total over 3.5 is minus 135. I don't hate that look. I can understand that look. You already know I'm on Rays minus 2. There you go. Rays minus 1.5 and team total over 4.5. Yeah. Cole gave up 6 earned runs in 4 innings in his last start. Yeah. Cole is susceptible to giving up runs. That is something he can do, and he has the ability to do. And you can get the Rays' first 5 team total over 1.5 at minus 140. So I mean, they're saying that they could put up 2 runs in the first 5 there, and I don't think that's asking too much for them to put up 2 runs in the first 5. That's just a tricky game for me.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll move on to Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers in this one here. The Astros are minus 170 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look here. This line opened up at a 160. It's up to a 170, so a 10-cent line movement here towards the Astros. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now an 8.5 at minus 125. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Astros. Expecting offense here. Let's see if the cash flow agrees with it. 79% of the tickets and 85% of the cash is on the over. That makes sense. And the tickets are about split. 52% of the tickets and 49% of the cash is on the Astros, and the lines move 10 cents towards them. Kind of interesting there. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here for Comerica Park. It is the 4th best conditions on the slate, plus 11% runs, minus 4% home runs, but plus 4% doubles, triples, and plus 14% singles. For the pitching matchup here, we have Matt Manning and Framber Valdez. Valdez has not been particularly great. 5.85 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 5.57 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%. 2.23 walks per 9, a 260 BABIP, a 577 FIP, and a 4.75 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Matt Manning with a 5.79 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 5.46 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%. 1.93 walks per 9, a 258 BABIP, a 605 FIP, and a 5.30 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Tigers here, 4.02 FIP, 4.16 SIERA compared to 4.75 and 3.92. Hitting advantage goes towards the Astros here, 106 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to 97, which is 18th. I kind of feel like this is a good over spot in this game. You can get, it's a little pricey, but Astros team total over is a 4.5 at minus 135. The full game over is an 8.5 at minus 128. But the line's moving towards it, suggesting that they see runs in this game, and both these pitchers are I think very vulnerable to give up runs here in this spot, where they've been, even with their ERAs in the last 30 days, close to 6. They've had low BABIPs and high FIPs and high SIERA, so I expect them to get hit around even a little more. So I'm going to take a shot with this. First, Astros team total over 4.5 at minus 135, and the full game over 8.5 at minus 128 in this spot.
I want to call this welcome to Pissed Off Astros Day. Everybody saw what they did yesterday, right?
Yep.
The absolute massacre. What was it, 17-1?
Embarrassing.
Yeah. Nick, you mentioned the Astros team total overs.
Yeah.
I think I would ladder it all the way up to like 8.5.
Whoa.
I think they absolutely smashed today. I think Matt Manning's going to get smacked around. I like the Astros run line. I also like the over. So I want to double up on the game. I just think it's going to be an ugly one for the Detroit Tigers. I feel bad for them after what happened to the Astros yesterday, that they're going to end up having to feel the raft from it. So this is just one of those spots where you just saw a team get blown to smithereens. Yeah, I'm grabbing the Astros. I'm grabbing the run line at minus 103, and I'm going to grab the over as well. I'm loading both of those up.
Yeah, and I see something very similar. Like you said, yeah, you get to deal with the wrath of an angry team. There's one team in the CFL this year where after both their losses, they had double-digit wins.
Yeah, Winnipeg.
No. After both their losses, they've had double-digit wins, and they lost last week, which is why I'm interested in the BC Lions tomorrow. To massacre Hamilton. But yeah, we noticed that with the good teams in leagues, generally after they have a bad loss, or if you don't play many games like in football, a loss, look out the next week because they're not going to overlook you. They're not going to take you easy. They're going to just put their pedal to the metal and show no mercy. And I think that's something we see with the Astros today. And that's what.
Yep. 100%.
There we go. Twins run line came through, but Oakland first 5 was I know if I bet them Tankies, I may throw my phone at the TV. Yeah. UC starts right in the middle of the night for me. Oh boy. I think they said that it's starting really early tomorrow. Singapore. Pastros, I don't know. Yeah. I called the over in the Twins and didn't bet it. Yeah. Talk me on it now. Not too certain about this one, but lean Stros. I really like the Stros in this spot. But we'll keep on moving on here. Is this line correct? Minus 110? Well, minus 114 now. But yeah, Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. This line seems really short, but it's Mitch Keller against Kyle Hendricks. Let's get into this matchup here. Let's take a look at the line history between the Pirates and the Cubbies. This line opened up at minus 120. It's down to a 114. So a 6-cent line movement here towards the Cubbies. Line opened up at an 8.5 at minus 115. That's up to a 9 at minus 105. So a move towards the over and a move towards the towards the Buccos here in this one. Let's take a look if the cash flow represents that here. And we have 55% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the over in this one. The line has moved that direction. And we have 70% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the Cubs. And the line's moved towards the Pirates. This tells me that Kyle Hendricks is a little susceptible in this game. Let's get into Ballpark Pal here for Pittsburgh. PNC Park is the most offensive weather in baseball today, plus 14% runs, plus 6% home runs, plus 21% doubles, triples, plus 2% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Kyle Hendricks and Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller's not been very good, and Kyle Hendricks has kind of struggled too. 4.76 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 5.71 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 1.82 walks per nine, a 296 BABIP, a 3.73 FIP, and a 4.58 Sierra. On the flip side, we have Mitch Keller, who's been bad. 6.06 ERA, 1.71 WHIP, 11.85 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 303 walks per nine, a 438 BABIP, but a 4.22 FIP and a 3.62 Sierra. So I do expect a little bit better from Mitch Keller, but he's still been pretty bad. Both these bullpens have actually been pretty good. The Pirates bullpen with the slight edge, 3.74 FIP, 3.79 Sierra compared to 3.97 and 3.88. Honestly, feels weird. I would probably lean more towards a first 5 over than a full game over with the way these bullpens are pitching. The Cubbies, 129 WRC plus, which is 4th in baseball against righties right now. And the Pirates, 104, which is 13th. I think this game goes over the total. It's a 9 right now. The first 5 is a 4.5. I'm kind of interested in a first 5 full game over type of situation here because I could see both these pitchers getting hit a little bit. Both these teams have been hitting a decent amount as well. So I lean towards these overs in the spot here. It's the best hitting conditions on the slate. So I'm going to take a shot here. First 5 full game over for me here. First 5 over 4.5 here at minus 117. And the full game over 9 at minus 105.
Remember when I keep making a reference? Who do I refer Mitch Keller to when during strikeouts?
Dylan Keller.
No. In terms of what type of
JT Brubaker.
Thank you. He's JT Brubaker from a couple of years ago. Remember him? The one that everybody was super high on and he kept losing games? Well, yeah. Mitch Keller has won his last 2 starts. Congratulations. Previous to that, lost 7 straight. I'm going to stay away from Mitch Keller. I want nothing to do with him. And I'm high on the Cubbies. I feel like this line is close, is like a pick 'em for a reason. And that reason is kind of Mitch Keller. I like the Cubbies to continue their hot streak. They've been playing some good baseball as of late. I think they're still in a wild card spot. If not, they're slightly behind. I want to go Cubbies in this game. And I expect the Cubbies to be able to put some runs on Mitch Keller as well. You look at Mitch Keller, Although last 2 starts pretty good. 2 earned runs, 1 earned run. Previous to that, 3, 8, 2, 6, 8. So he's been letting up some runs. I want the Cubbies in this one, Nick. I don't know if I can trust Pittsburgh to score enough runs.
Yeah. It was weird. I think it was yesterday. We entered yesterday with 3 teams in the National League Central in a playoff spot.
I know.
The Reds are a half game out for the wild card. So kind of interesting there. Yeah, I like this over in this game. I think we see some runs.
I agree, but I like the Cubbies more. But
I was actually leaning a little bit of Pittsburgh. I don't know. It's
then we'll stay away from this game. It would for me. It would be Cubbies. I can't go.
Doesn't this line feel a little short?
No, it's because it's Mitch Keller. Everybody loves Mitch Keller, and it's in Pittsburgh. Once again, JT Brubaker effect.
Fair enough.
So no.
Back to the chat then.
Trying to. Where did you leave off? Sorry, I do other stuff when you read through chat.
I know. Nathan saying, "Hey Chicago, what do you say?"
The Cubs are going to win today. Yep. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. Regular season. Pirates 0-7 versus the Cubs. There you go. I like the Cubbies even more. Orioles and Diamondbacks, two-teamer, never in doubt last night. Let's get it. Yankees are trash. Happy Corbin Day. I said I kind of liked Corbin. Congrats on the WNBA sweep, Timmy. Yeah, 3-0-1. 3 wins, no losses, 1 push. Or I took Orioles like Tim said. I like the Orioles, yes. Sucks. Kelly had to leave that game, though he was pitching a gem. Yeah. I locked him up. Pirates, LJ. LJ coming in with one of his trends, Nick. Pirates 32-11-1 to the over as a home dog over hit. Over has hit 9 in a row as a home dog.
Love to hear that. I'm on the first 5 full game overs.
There you go. Cubs team total. I kind of like the Cubs team total. JT Brubaker, whatever happened to him? I don't know what happened to JT Brubaker, Nick.
I think he got hurt. I'll look it up.
Pirates run line. No. Saying hi to LJ. Steven Strasburg retired. I forgot he was even playing. I did see a stat on him. He pitched with his contract, the amount of pitches he did, he made like $462,000 per pitch, which is just bonkers. Cubs almost gave up last night. It was a sweat. Yeah, but the Cubbies still look good.
Tommy John.
Yep, Tommy John. That's what I figured. The Nerfy Friday slate is rough today. Houston was one of my favorites, but after the Red Sox whacked them, yeah, I wouldn't be going after that. Yo, Mr. Joe Kryptonite's in the house. First 5 over in that Chicago-Pittsburgh game. Yeah, why not? Last night was almost crazy with the Sky. Yeah, the Sky almost won outright. They covered the spread, so that was nice. Solid WNBA outing. There you go. Hammering the Dream money line. I like the under. And then you guys saying hi. And now back to games where I actually like this one, Nick.
Yeah, St. Louis and Philadelphia. We have the Phillies as -140 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Philly and St. Louis. We have the Phillies opening up at a 135. It's up to a 140. And the line opened up at a 9.5 at -105. It's now a 9.5 at -107. So a slight move towards the over and a small move towards the Phillies here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow, see if it represents that. Wow, 53% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over in this one here. 84% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Phillies here in this one. Lines move both towards the over and the Phillies. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here. No, Ballpark Pal first. Citizens Bank Park, the second highest, tied for the best hitting conditions on the slate. There's 3 stadiums today with 14% runs. We already went over the first one, PNC. Second one is Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, plus 14% runs, plus 37% home runs, minus 1% doubles, triples, minus 1% singles. Really good home run friendly weather here. Michaelis, 5.61 ERA, 1.25 whip, 7.36 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 2.1 walks per nine, a 2.97 BABIP, a 4.59 FIP, and a 4.40 Sierra. On the flip side, Sanchez with a 3.72 ERA, 1 whip, 8.69 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 1.86 walks per nine, a 2.33 BABIP, a 4.96 FIP, and a 3.33 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the Cardinals in here in this one, 3.74 FIP and 3.80 Sierra compared to 3.85 and 4.03. Hitting advantage going towards the Phillies here, 122 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 106, which is 15th. Kind of interested in Philadelphia in this game. It's slightly leaning towards them at the moment. Maybe you want to. Maybe it's a first 5 look with Philadelphia in this spot, which you can get Philly first 5 at minus 133. I think I lean in that direction in this one, and I'm going to grab it here. Philly's first 5 at minus 133 here.
I like Phillies in this one, yeah. I get plus money on the run one, but I get to fade Miles McCollum today, which is always a good day. He's coming off of getting lit up against the Mets, and I think Philly can do it to him as well. Now, I'm not super high on Sanchez. That's why the line is so short, actually, is because of Sanchez. Although he hasn't been terrible this year for a fill-in starter. So Philly definitely can't complain with him. He's actually won his last 3 starts with the Philadelphia Phillies. So I like the Philadelphia in this matchup. Obviously, I'm going to go and grab a run line at plus 145 instead of laying minus 140 because I don't like laying minus 140s. So Philly's in this one for me. Sorry, Philly. Fading Miles McCollum again.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, yeah. Still, the bullpen for Philly has fallen off a little bit, and that's the one thing actually St. Louis has not been terrible in recently is their bullpen for whatever reason. I mean, their numbers are not bad for their bullpen. So recently, so first 5 for me. Where do you leave off?
Just 15 comments.
Yeah. Strasburg did one relevant thing that was help the Nationals win their first World Series, and now they're going to be paying him millions and millions of dollars over the next decent amount of time because of I think he's going to have a contract buyout that's going to be like 20 times the size of Bobby Bonilla, but we'll still mention Bobby Bonilla every day because it's the Mets. But we're not going to talk about Strasburg getting paid stupid money for the next like 20 years.
Hey, it makes the Verlander and Scherzer ones not look as bad.
I know, right? At least the Mets got prospects out of that. It's Joey. Well, you got any FIBA? Oh boy, FIBA. I saw that Canada is dominating France right now. Pass from Mikel. Right? Yeah, basketball. Yeah. I'm waiting for Wainwright Day when it comes to the cards. That man is a wagon. There you go. South Sudan at even money and China at 12-1. I would trust Phil if I wish I could trust Philly. I'd take them run line. I could see that. Got to throw some chips at plus 1200 with China. Good luck. Joe Kryptonite saying was good. Although threw some chips on Philippines worth a plus 500 shot. And consensus minus 2 Phillies since I'm in Philly today. Good luck. I take it back. Going first 5 minus 1.5. There you go. Yeah, it's a weird line for Puerto Rico. Almost a pick 'em. Let's roll the big dog. There you go. Markel, you from Philly? Not a lot of people. Nah, a lot of people think that I'm from Maryland. There you go. Doing good, Joe. Taking random dogs in the U.S. Open. There you go. But we'll keep on moving on here as the Orioles get started with a series against a team that this should be an easy sweep for them in this series. The Colorado Rockies, the Rays coming off of sweeping this team. So let's get into it. We have Baltimore as minus 200 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. It's going to be Irving and Freeland in this one. This line opened up at a 205. It's down to a 202, so a 3-cent line movement towards the Orioles in this spot. Line opened up at a 9, and it's down to 8.5. It did open up at a 9 at even money for the over. Now it's an 8.5 at minus 126. So it's I don't know if you can really count it too much of a move because it's just now heavily juiced towards the over instead of it being even money, a half a run higher. So I don't know how you'd perceive that line movement, but it's moved from 9 to 8.5, but it's juiced. Let's find the cash flow for this game here, where we have 89% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the over in this game here. Wow. Kind of feel like the under's the luck with the line moving, or the line going from a 9 to an 8.5. And then the line opened up at a 9. It's 96% of the tickets and 92% of the cash is on the Baltimore Orioles in this one. And for the run line, 97% of the tickets are on the Oriole run line, no cash flow. So everybody on the over and the Orioles in this game. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal, which it makes sense that the over is getting some attention because that's the third stadium that's 14% runs or better is Oriole Park in Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. 14% runs, 12% home runs, 9% doubles, triples, 6% singles. So very offensive-friendly weather, yet the line's moving down. We get a matchup here. Where is it? Baltimore and there we go. And I need to put in Irving here. Cole Irving for the thing. It was undecided last night, so I did not have him typed in here. Cole Irving. Is he going more than 3 innings these days? Because I remember last time capping him.
Last 2 starts, 5 innings each.
Last 2 starts, 5 innings each. All right.
Combined
Cole Irving.
run.
Yeah, 2.76 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 9.37 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 1.65 walks per 9, a 279 BABIP, but 3.70 FIP, and a 3.41 SIERA. On the flip side, Kyle Freeland, 6.23 ERA, 1.58 WHIP, 6.92 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 1.04 walks per 9, a 360 BABIP, a 5.19 FIP, and a 4.49 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Orioles here in this one. 3.42 FIP, 3.48 SIERA compared to 5.82 and 4.87. Hitting advantage is a massive 115 WRC plus for the Orioles against lefties, which is 11th compared to the Rockies against lefties, which is 49 WRC plus, which is 29th in baseball. So the Rockies are just plain and simply not hitting lefties. Which I think could potentially help an under here in this game. What type of number are we getting on this first 5 under in this one? It is a 4.5 at even money. I was hoping for a 5 here for this number. The offensive weather does worry me. I want to take a look at one more thing, which is Freeland's home road splits because I don't remember if he struggles on the road or at home. I think he's one of those weird pitchers that pitches better at home. He is. He's 1-9 with a 5.40 ERA on the road. He's 4-4 with a 4.68 at home. I think this is going to end up going to be a stay-off spot for me. I would lean towards the under, though, in this game if I had to bet anything.
You know where I'm going. I'm just going to continue to back them. I would grab the run line. Obviously, I'm not laying minus $2. This is an Orioles team that's just been winning. They're 38-24 at home. And Cole Irving's been really solid his last 2 starts since getting kind of stretched out a little bit. 1 earned run, 6 hits, 2 walks in his last 10 innings with 9 strikeouts. So I like the way that he's looking right now, and I want to keep backing him. I'm just going to keep riding with the Orioles. I'm not going to stop now. They're the most profitable team in baseball. I bet them every day. So let's roll with that.
Good luck. I know the second I jump on the Orioles, they'll start losing. So I'll lean Orioles here then for this one.
Don't do that.
Opinions on the Braves under. I'm trying to. That one's a tricky one because when I remember looking at it last night, the Braves. That one's a tricky one because the Braves are number one in baseball against righties, but the Giants are dead last. So I have to take a deeper look into where the market's moved on that one. Orioles should smash. That's my one run line. Two teamers today with the Orioles and the Astros. Good luck. Doubled up on this first 5, -2 and -1.5. It might get rained out. Not sure. It's going to rain over here. There you go. Yeah, Orioles should. I'll take the Nerfy in Baltimore, Colorado. And, of course, the usual Marlins Nerfy as well. There you go. My book has a total of 8.5. Yeah, you can get 8.5 for this total. It's juiced towards the over. Can you set the YouTube notification for the scheduled time the day before? It should increase live viewership. We can create we create the rooms earlier. Is probably the way that would go. We probably should start doing that, Tim, creating the rooms the night before.
Okay.
BC spread versus this weekend, Nick. Hamilton, wrong place, wrong time. Yep. I'm probably going to have BC first half full game. Blowout against what I'm thinking is arguably the worst team in the CFL right now. The Hamilton Tiger Cats. I don't think it's with Trey Ford. I don't think it's the Elks anymore. I think it's the Ticats and the Orioles for Nathan Turner there. And that one. We'll move on here. Interesting matchup between the Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are -150 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot between Toronto and Cleveland. It is Chris Bassett and Tanner Bibby. This line opened up at a -160. It's down to a -150. Line opened up at a 8.5 at even money. It's now up to an 8.5 at -105. So a move towards the over and a move towards Cleveland, suggesting that Bassett's vulnerable a little bit in this game. Nothing crazy. We have 35% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the over. So that's actually like one of my favorite ranges of cash flow. They're in the 30s, and then for the cash in the 60s. I actually really like that. 51% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the Guardians in this game. The line has moved towards Cleveland in this spot. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for this one, where Rogers Center plus 6% runs, plus 14% home runs, plus 11% doubles, triples, -6% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, where we have Tanner Bibby and Chris Bassett. I think both these pitchers are vulnerable a little bit here. 2.93 ERA, 1.24 WHIP for Bibby, 7.92 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2.05 walks per nine, a 3.10 BABIP, a 3.99 FIP, and a 4.31 SIERA. On the flip side, Bassett with a 3.90 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 9.30 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 3.6 walks per nine, a 263 BABIP, but a 4.57 FIP and a 4.31 SIERA, suggesting he's a little vulnerable. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Blue Jays here, 3.58 FIP, 3.58 SIERA compared to 3.86 and 3.8 for the Guardians here. I lean Guardians a little first 5 in this action potentially here, because the Guardians do have the hitting advantage, 101 WRC plus, which is 16th, compared to 87, which is 24th. In this one here, if only the Blue Jays were hitting a little bit better, I would think maybe the Blue Jays or the over could be a look here in this one. Maybe it's a Cleveland team total over with this game. Cleveland does hit righties better than they hit lefties. Against lefties, I saw their number yesterday was 28 WRC plus the last 30 days. That bad. Yeah, that's the lowest I've seen all year was from this Cleveland Guardians team against lefties. I'm getting a 3.5 here, -118. I like this Cleveland team total over in this spot. And that's all I'm going to take is over 3.5 at -118. Give me the Guardians team total over here.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with this game. It's Cleveland against Toronto, and I can't get Toronto right besides fading them against the Orioles. And I can't get the AL Central right, so I'm gonna choose to stay away from this game. Although I do like my boy Bassett, but he's just not been good this year. So I have no interest in going after Bassett today. No real interest in going after the Toronto Blue Jays coming off of a series against Baltimore. This one's just a complete kind of stay away from me.
Sure. Back to the chat.
O's, yes. Lean Guardians, but pass, fair. Suppness, Lex. Jays, money line. Good luck, have fun. Pass, one team has a double header, and the Blue Jays suck. Oh, they had a 1.5 header. Does that really matter? Anyone like Arsenal and Man City both to win Premier League this weekend? I have not looked at that game yet. I'll look at that tomorrow. AL Central. Yeah, exactly. It's an AL Central game. I'm not too interested in going after that. Let's go to this game, Nick, which has got to be the 1-800-GAMBLER game of the day.
Yeah, and this one was the one that made me want to slam my desk yesterday. Because with that bottom of the fifth inning.
Yep.
Yeah, those are the type of things that just. All right.
Yes,
moving on. White Sox are minus 185 favorites in this game. Total of 9. That's crazy. Line opened up at a 205. It's down to a 185. So a 20-cent line movement towards the Athletics here. The line opened up at a 9 at plus 105. It's now a 9 at minus 108. So move towards the over and a move towards Oakland. Telling us maybe Dylan Cease is vulnerable in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. See if it represents a move towards the Athletics and a move towards the over. We have 72% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is on the over. So maybe a little bit of public money on this over. Nothing crazy though. 53% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on these Oakland Athletics. Because honestly, who's going to be laying $1.85 on the White Sox here? It's a great question. I would love to know who wants to lay $1.85 on the White Sox right now. Plus 5% runs for guaranteed rate field, Chicago, Illinois. Plus 17% home runs, minus 9% doubles, triples, plus 3% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, this one where we have where is Oakland and Chicago? Here we go. Zach Neal and Dylan Cease. And Cease has not been good. I need to take a look at Zach Neal real quick. I don't know if he's an opener or if he's actually going to pitch a decent amount. He pitched 3 1/3 in his last start, gave up 5 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout against the Orioles. Previous to that, he had gone 2, 1.12, 1.1, and 2, giving up 1, 0, 0, 2, 1, 2. So not very good, Zach Neal. And on the flip side here, Dylan Cease has really struggled as of late. And I'm assuming he's kind of just like shut it down because you don't get traded. You're still on this crappy White Sox team who's going to be going through a rebuild. I'd be pissed if I'm Dylan Cease right now. I'm still in a White Sox uniform. I'm pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
6.66 ERA, 1.89 WHIP, 9.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 5.92 walks per 9, a 3.84 BABIP, a 4.5 FIP, and a 5.28 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards the White Sox here. 4.80 FIP, 4.06 SIERA compared to 4.74 and 4.83. The hitting advantage goes towards the Oakland Athletics here, 99 WRC plus, which is 17th, compared to 81, which is 27th. I think both these pitchers are vulnerable, though, and we could see some runs in this game. The total is a 9, so it's a decent total here. Let's see what you can get. You can get the Oakland A's team total over 3.5 at minus 120. That is very appealing, and I'm going to grab that. Oakland A's team total over 3.5 at $1.20. I think that is very doable here. And I kind of lean towards this full game over as well. But I'm just going to stick with that A's team total over 3.5.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
You just put that on loop.
I put it on loop 3 times just to make sure everybody knows. Come on, what are we doing here? Okay, I will say we cashed the Oakland Athletics yesterday, which was nice. I don't want to go after this game, although plus 170 is very appealing with the Oakland Athletics, or plus 160, whatever it is very appealing with the Oakland Athletics. Guys, this is a 1-800 gambler game. Do we really have to bet it? Just because it's on the card, do we really have to bet it? I say no. I say I pass. I move on.
I love these bum fights. I think there's value on them.
There's nothing wrong with a bum fight. I just don't see. Well, I don't see value on this game. Although maybe I'll lean towards plus money with A's, but I don't see value on this game.
Absolutely, Oakland A's have the value in this game.
Oakland A's are nothing.
Even if you think the A's don't win the game, you can get plus 1.5 at minus 130. There's no reason the Chicago White Sox should be laying $1.85 to anybody right now.
Correct. I agree with that.
I have to be tempted in this first 5 plus 155 here with the Oakland A's. If I could trust Zach Neal, which I don't. So, no. Head back to the chat.
Guardians 16, 5-2 to the under 9 versus AL last 23 games. Nice little. Blue Jays 13-2-1 to the under versus AL last 16 games outside their division.
I don't like the sound of that. I just have the Guardians to score 4 runs, but I don't like the sound of that.
That's why I stayed away from that game. Good morning, fellas. Over in the Cubs game.
Yes.
Yeah, along with the Cubs. I'm a sucker for paying A's first 5 full game. A's first 5 in full game. Nick, are we going to end up having to bet the A's again?
I'm tempted on it. I am very tempted on it here.
We'll see. We'll see. By the way, another great call on ESB on the Wave A's money line, never in doubt last night. Let's get it. Might have to take the Nerfy only because of Cease, but not interested in Chicago. It's A's or bust for a side. Yes. Yeah, get some help. Come on. One more time. One more time. Sorry. Do you still have that future Oakland A's win total over?
I got 59.5. Yeah. Let's take a look here, which I think it's very much dead too.
You need 22 wins from the Oakland Athletics in the last 2 months, where they've gotten 37 all year.
23 wins. I would need 23 wins because
you need them to get to 60.
I need them to get to
60 and 102. So you need them to go 23-11.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, I think it's dead.
If you're wondering what they're on pace for, 46.81 wins.
Yikes. A's race it. You guys have fun with this game. I'm done with it. Get some help one more time.
You know what? We're going to go with it here. Oakland A's first 5 money line plus 155. Oakland A's first 5 money line plus 155.
I'm staying away.
Okay. You're boring. That's fair.
Yes, I am. I'm very boring.
Fair. Nah, I mean, I'm going through a slump right now anyway, so I probably shouldn't be betting it, but I did. Moving on. Boston Red Sox and the LA Dodgers. And the Dodgers are only $1.20 favorites in this game. Total of 10 in this spot. Huh?
It's Lance Lynn.
It's Lance Lynn and Cutter Crawford. Line opened up at a 125. It's down to a 122. So it's been a 3-cent line movement towards the Red Sox here. Line opened up at a 10 at minus 120. It's now down to a 10 at minus 113. So a small line move towards this under and a small line move towards the Red Sox, suggesting that Cutter Crawford pitches well here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot where we have 36% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the under. Wow. And then we have 30% of the tickets and 47% of the cash is on these Boston Red Sox, and lines move towards them there. So interesting situation for this game. Let's take a look at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. Minus 1% runs, minus 11% home runs, plus 14% doubles, triples, minus 3% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here in this one where we have, where is it? There we go. Oh, it's undecided for Boston. It's Cutter Crawford, which I have to go and manually type in because it was what do you call it? It was undecided last night. Cutter Crawford. There we go. All right. Lance Lynn, 3.34 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 9.10 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%. 2.12 walks per nine, a 260 BABIP, a 3.91 FIP, and a 3.85 SIERA. On the flip side, Cutter Crawford, 2.55 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, 9.12 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 2.55 walks per nine, a 238 BABIP, a 404 FIP, and a 4.30 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Dodgers here, 4.12 FIP, 4.08 SIERA compared to 4.79 and 3.96. Hitting advantage going towards the Red Sox in this game. 99 WRC plus, which is 14th against righties compared to 96, which is 18th. Both teams are below average versus righties the last 30 days. We have a total up at 10 in this one here. Looks like the sharp money coming in on the under in this game. And I'm kind of thinking about the under in this game between Boston and LA. You can get a first five under 5.5 at -108. I think that is very appealing in this spot. I think that's a little high for the way that these two teams are pitching right now. I know everybody's going to see Lance Lynn and immediately want to fade him. I think he could be backed here in this spot, and I'm kind of liking this first five under 5.5. What's your thoughts?
I will not touch an under in a Lance Lynn game. That is against my protocol. It's against my religion, which is fading Lance Lynn, who's gone over in 68% of his games this year. And he's the second biggest over pitcher in baseball. I wish you good luck. I don't have the cojones to do that. I do kind of lean towards Mr. Fatty and the Dodgers in this game. I know this seems like a short line. It's because it's on the road. It's because it's the Dodgers. Well, not on the road because it's on the road and it's Lance Lynn. That's why it's such a close line. I kind of want to take the Dodgers. I would personally end up run lining it just because if I'm going to take a road team, I'm going to get some more plus money. If I feel like the Dodgers are going to win, they're going to cover a run line. So I kind of lean Dodger run line, but I'm probably going to end up betting the Dodger run line today.
Yeah, I kind of leaning Red Sox first five here as well. If I had to get to a side in this one, I would lean towards the Red Sox early rather than and maybe this is a spot for Nerd Talk Capper Collective tonight to live bet the Dodgers after the fifth inning.
Could be.
I grabbed the first five under 5.5 at -128.
Good luck to you. Back to the chat.
Yeah. Where do you leave off?
Let's go A's.
Go A's. Yes. Let's go. Hello. Chelsea -1.5 or under?
Under.
Pass for Markel. Dodger blue -2.5. Jeez. Yo. What's good, Detroit? Lenny, be sure to check out Bet Win Repeat starting in a little over an hour with this knucklehead and these two, and these two knuckleheads. We have a lot of content coming out today, so stay tuned. First five under 5.5 is tempting. I did grab that. Detroit Lenny, my man. Yeah, Lynn has been pitching well, but that bubble is going to burst at some point. Lance Lynn, don't look now, has been awesome in the Dodgers uniform. Here's what he's done since joining the Dodgers. I want to see which was his first game with the Dodgers. He was still a White Sox in that game. Was he still? Okay. His first start was there where he gave up 3 earned runs in 7 innings pitched against the Athletics. Since then, 1 earned run, 4 hits in 6 innings against the Padres. No earned runs, 4 hits and 9 strikeouts in 5 innings against the Rockies. And no earned runs, 4 hits and 7 innings against the Brewers. He's pitched well in LA. I am totally okay. And Tim, I want you to look at one thing real quick. With Lance Lynn's over stats, how many of those are with the White Sox?
A bunch of them were.
It's skewed. It really is.
I know. When did he join? His first start was against what? Oakland? He's given up 4 runs and 4 starts. That's why I like the Dodgers today.
Yeah, he's 2-2 over under, I'm assuming.
If you like the under, then you should like the Dodgers. Because if you like the over, then you're thinking that that Boston hits against Lance Lynn.
I could see that.
I
But
like the Dodgers today.
I would lean. I think Cutter Crawford could pitch well too, because the Dodgers against righties have not been as good lately. But yeah, Lance gets all that weight and just pitch strong. Yeah, I would lean Red Sox early. Me too. Lions maul the Panthers tonight. I haven't even looked at the preseason week 3. I don't bet the last week of preseason because most of the things have been settled by then, and truly nobody cares.
Yeah.
In that, but other than Mike Tomlin, apparently. So
Mike Tomlin.
We'll keep on moving on here. San Diego Padres and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Padres are the Brewers minus 110 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Brewers and Padres. Line opened up at a minus 125 for the Brewers. It's down to a minus 111. A 14-cent line movement towards San Diego. And the line opened up at an 8 at minus 110. It's now an 8 at minus 113. Brandon Woodruff and Yu Darvish, your pitching matchup for this one. A good one. We have 82% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on this under, and the lines move towards the over, telling me that the books do not care about your under money in this one. And we have 71% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the Padres. The line has moved towards San Diego. Taking a look at the ballpark, pal, in this one here, we are at American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, minus 4% runs, plus 4% home runs, plus 2% doubles, triples, minus 8% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Yu Darvish and Brandon Woodruff. Yu Darvish with a 4.33 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 8.41 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 2.29 walks per 9, a 3.30 BABIP, a 4.54 FIP, and a 4.26 ERA. On the flip side, Brandon Woodruff, 4.32 ERA, 0.84 WHIP, 9.72 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%, 1.62 walks per 9, a 162 BABIP, a 5.73 FIP, and a 3.76 SIERA. The bullpen advantage going towards the Padres in this one here, 3.78 FIP, 3.93 SIERA compared to 4.36 FIP and a 3.79 SIERA. Hitting advantage goes towards the Padres here in this one, 96 WRC plus, which is 19th compared to 86, which is 25th. This is a tricky game for me. I really don't have too much of an interest in this one, I think. I guess I would lean Padres, but I don't know if we could particularly trust road Yu Darvish. Something tells me this game goes over the total. Even though both these teams are not particularly hitting well, and both these pitchers have not been terrible. I mean, Yu Darvish has been probably below average, especially to his standards. I would lean towards the over 8 in this game if I had to get involved with it, but I think it's just a stay off spot for me.
I like Milwaukee in this one. I gave that out during balling out last night. I don't trust Yu Darvish. And this Milwaukee Brewers team is sneakily now 13 games over 500. I didn't.
We could have 3 NL Central teams in the playoffs.
We could, after completely crap talking them the entire year. I like Brandon Woodruff. I know he's coming off a little bit of a rough start, giving up 4 runs. I trust him at home more than I trust Yu Darvish on the road. And I'm not high on the San Diego Padres. I haven't been high on them all year. And they're 6 games under 500. I know it may seem like a trappy line or something because it's a team that's 5 games under compared to a game that's 13 games over, but I'm grabbing the Brewers. I'm fading Yu Darvish in this one.
I agree with that move. I think they had the pitching advantage. It's a tricky spot for me though. This one was an easy stay off, but yeah.
There you go. Back to the chat.
Yeah, and it's crazy thinking that we might have 3 teams from the NL Central make the playoffs. So if I told you that in the beginning of the season, you'd be like, all right, who are the Cardinals playing in the first round? Yeah.
All right.
Stop fat shaming Lance Lynn.
He's not fat. He's fluffy.
Okay. I see it being close at the first 5, then the Dodgers pull away late. I can see that as well. I like I said, I think there will be an opportunity to live bet the Dodgers tonight. I think there will be. The Dodgers do have the bullpen advantage. That's why I said Boston first 5 rather than full game, because I think there will be an opportunity to grab the Dodgers late. That being said, I'm on the Dodgers run line. Let's go, Fatty. There you go. I like Woodruff. There you go. Or I like you, but I like Woodruff. But Brewers minus 1.5.
Yes.
I like to lean the Brew crew. Brewers have been good. They're Brewers are my sneaky dark horse National League team.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because when you look at the Brewers here, and I know I already clicked the next game. When you look at the Brewers real quick, when it comes to a National League divisional series or a wild card series, and you're telling me I have to go up against Brandon Woodruff and Corbin Burns, and then Freddie Peralta?
That doesn't sound like fun.
That does not sound like fun. No. Texas Rangers at the Minnesota Twins here in this one. This one's a pick'em in this spot. Totaled 8.5 in this game. Yesterday we went against the market move with this game. I lost the first 5, but the full game ended up winning. We're in a very similar situation today as well. And it's because Texas is just a very public team. I think I've kind of picked up on this.
Very.
Line opened up at a minus 120. It's down to a 113. So it's been a 7-cent line movement towards the Texas Rangers in this game. The line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now an 8.5 at minus 120. Looking at the cash flow in this game here, we have 59% of the tickets and 50% of the cash is on the Rangers, and the lines move towards them. 38% of the tickets and 68% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move towards the over, which is kind of tricky there. We have Dane Dunning and Sonny Gray. Dunning, 3.23 ERA, 1.14 whip, 10.86 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 2.35 walks per 9, a 289 BABIP, a 3.76 FIP, and a 3.17 Sierra. On the other side, Sonny Gray's been good, 3.13 ERA, 0.92 whip, 10.52 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 1.71 walks per 9, a 273 BABIP, a 2.42 FIP, and a 3.18 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the Rangers here in this one. 4.52 FIP, 3.99 Sierra compared to 5.58 and 4.47. Hitting advantage going towards these Minnesota Twins. 119 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 105, which is 11th. I hate going up against market moves. Like that's one thing that truly makes me nervous. But I feel I have to here. I want to fade Dane Dunning here. And I only want him in the first. I only want the Twins in the first 5. I think the lines move towards the Twins in the first 5, if I'm not mistaken, because this line's up to a minus 121 here, first 5, and it opened up at a minus 120. Okay, I feel a little bit better about this because the line's not moving against me here in the first 5 innings. Give me the Minnesota Twins in the first 5 innings here at minus 121. I see them beating up on Dane Dunning here in this spot, and I think we see that here. So Twins first 5 for me only first 5. I don't trust them full game, though. I know I lost the full game, or I lost the first 5 with them yesterday. They went on to win the full game. I would love for the Minnesota Twins to win this full game, and the Astros win tonight, and they can be tied. Because the collapse of the Texas Rangers is real.
Yes.
It is real. And let me take a look what I can get real quick on this one here. Plus 250 for them to miss the playoffs. I think that's very, very legitimate because would you be surprised if the Mariners, the Blue Jays, and the Astros all pass the Rangers and the Rangers are running outside looking in?
Nope.
Give me the Minnesota Twins first 5 money line here.
Minnesota. What have the Twins? What have the Rangers been doing, Nick?
Losing.
Thank you. And what do I not like to bet on?
Losing
teams. All right, cool. Now that we got that one across, Twins. Rangers have lost 7 in a row, which is
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I like Lenny's comment. Rangers fell apart once Scherzer got there.
Wow,
what a coincidence. No kidding. No, I just think that this Texas team completely falls apart. They are already doing it.
They're starting to look like the Diamondbacks.
I
when
think
they started falling
did you
apart.
say Seattle could be in first place after today? No, they could be tied.
It could be
We could
tied.
have a three. We could have a. I think we're gonna have a three-way tie for first place at the end of the day.
That's crazy. And
Give
we'll
me the
get
Rangers.
into the Royals game later. The
Give me the
Royals
Rangers. Let's
Mariners
go.
game later.
Oh, sorry. Give me the Twinkies. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm loving seeing this San Diego and the Giants losing. Yeah. Dodgers Orioles. I think the Dodgers could win the National League. I think I'm going to bet the Brewers to win the National League. Like, I think when the playoff starts, I'm going to grab a couple teams to. I've already got my American League teams with the Astros and the Blue Jays. I think I want to move on the Dodgers and the Brewers. I think those are the two teams I'm looking at here from the National League.
If they get there, I want the Cubbies.
I don't hate the Cubs and I don't hate the Phillies either. To make a run as well. So I gotta narrow it down to two. I want a long shot. Like I have the Blue Jays at 950 to win the AL and 16-1 to win the win the World Series. I want a long shot for the National League. I think the Brewers are that team, and then I kind of want a favorite. Like I have the Astros. I think the Dodgers are that team. So I like the under in the White Sox game. Where was I on that game? I'm on the team total over for the Athletics. Rangers 7-game losing streak. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Unfortunately, the Astros are not in first place yet. Pass. Will it hit 10? Hopefully. I hope they can lose 13 in a row or something like that. Twin sweep. I could see it. I wouldn't count on it happening. Yeah. Rangers fell apart once Scherzer got there. Wow. Twinkies it is. And then I have Phillies World Series at 20-1. I don't hate that. The Phillies showed last year all they had to do is make the dance. We'll keep it going. And all of a sudden, red hot Arizona Diamondbacks team. Minus 135 against the Cincinnati Reds. I stayed off the Diamondbacks last night. They were priced a little too high for me. And I didn't want to play the -1, which would have pushed. So, but they are in action here against the Cincinnati Reds. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Cincinnati and Arizona. There has been a pitching change in this game. So I don't know when that pitching change happened. Because it is now Hunter Green versus Brandon Pfaadt. It is not Brenton Kennedy. So let me switch that
for
Cincinnati.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's going to be Hunter Green. There we go. Make sure that works. Yeah. All right. Wow, his numbers. He's only pitched, I think, once. Let's take a look at the. I'm trying to figure out how the line history is going to go in this game because it looks like they just switched the pitcher. And it went from a 145 down to a 136 when the pitching change happened. And it went from a 9 at +105 to a 9 at -104. This is a game I'm probably not going to have any action on. I'll just say that now because of the way the markets move, or because of the pitching change. 75% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the under. I don't know whether it's tough to go over any of this because I don't know what the pitching change impact was. Ballpark Palace Chase Field at +3% runs, -6% home runs, +12% doubles, triples, 0% singles. And the pitching matchup, Hunter Green, I think thrown one game since coming back. He was bad.
It was not good
because my spreadsheet has him at a 24 ERA. He was not good. Pretty plain and simple there. He gave up 8 earned runs, 10 hits in 3 innings against the Blue Jays. He got lit up. And on the other side, Brandon Pfaadt, a 3.30 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 8.4 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%, 2.7 walks per 9, a 2.89 BABIP, a 3.17 FIP, and a 4.27 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Reds, 4.47 FIP, 3.98 SIERA compared to 4.76 and 4.05. And the hitting advantage going towards the Reds, 89 WRC plus, which is 20th compared to the 83, which is 26th. Pass for me. The pitching change, I think, throws all my numbers completely off, and I don't want to be guessing at this game. So, pass.
I want to go after Arizona. This team is hot right now. They're on a winning streak, 8 out of their last 10. I think they won 5 in a row, 6 in a row, something like that. Yesterday was the first 5 in a row. 5 in a row and 8 out of 9 and 10 out of 12. So this is a team that's actually starting to win games. Sign me up. I'm always down to back teams that are winning games. And obviously I would take run line, even though it didn't hit yesterday. I can get some nice plus money at that. So I'll go ahead and grab the run line for him. But I'm grabbing some Arizona action. I don't mind Brandon Fed.
There you go. I will head back to the chat here for this one. I'm on the under in Pats, Titans, and Chargers, Niners. I'm not touching the NFL for this week. So I stayed off of that. I stayed off of all the games today. To pass for me. And pass for Markel. We have 2 games remaining on this slate where we have the Kansas City Royals taking on the Seattle Mariners, minus 175 for the Mariners with a total of 8 in this game. Let's get into it. The line history in this one between Brady Singer and Bryce Miller. Line opened up at a 186. It's down to a 174. A 12-cent line movement towards the Mariners. We have this line opened up at an 8 at minus 125. It's now down to an 8 at minus 113. So it's a 12-cent line movement towards the under, and it's a 12-cent line movement towards the Royals in this game here. See if the cash flow represents that here. 95% of the tickets and 47% of the cash is on the Mariners here in this one. 5% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the Royals. So big bets coming in on Mr. Singer in the Royals here. 53% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the over. The line has moved towards the under. So I think Brady Singer could potentially pitch as well here. T-Mobile Park, minus 4% runs, plus 2% home runs, minus 10% doubles, triples, minus 1% singles. The Mariners are coming in off of that loss that ended their winning streak against the Chicago White Sox in extra innings a couple days ago. Brady Singer has been awesome lately. 3.23 ERA, 0.98 whip, 8.51 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%, 2.05 walks per 9, a 238 BABIP, a 3.63 FIP, and a 3.82 SIERA. On the other side, Bryce Miller has been good. 4.45 ERA, 1.13 whip, 7.94 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 1.59 walks per 9, a 259 BABIP, a 489 FIP, and a 4.43 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards Seattle here. 2.96 FIP, 3.24 SIERA, compared to 5.59 and 4.53. Hitting advantage going towards the Mariners here. 132 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 118, which is seventh. So both these teams are hitting really well right now. The line moved towards the under, though, suggesting that these bats can be silenced a little bit in this game. I like Brady Singer. If there's any pitcher on the Royals that I'm okay backing, it's him. He had a little bit of he didn't have a great start in his last one, but he was in Chicago against the Cubs. Previous to that, he did face this Mariners team on August the 14th. Went 7 1/3 innings, only gave up 2 earned runs on 2 hits, struck out 8, only walked 1. He looked good there. He gave up 3 earned runs against the Red Sox, but then he gave up nothing against the Mets, 2 against the Twins, 2 against the Yankees. He's pitched well, and I'm kind of interested here in this Kansas City Royals team. I know you are probably looking at the Mariners because they've been hot and all that fun jazz. I'm leaning towards the Royals early in this game. I think this is a spot where the Royals can put up runs against Miller. I think the pitching advantage goes towards Brady Singer in this one here. On this one, and I only like the Royals first 5. It's only a first 5 play for me in this one. But I'm gonna back Kansas City here, plus 140 in the first 5 innings, and I'm kind of tempted on that team total over 1.5 at minus 120 for the first 5 innings. I think that the Royals can get to them, but I'm just gonna stick here with the first 5 money line plus 140 with these KC Royals here in the spot.
Yeah, I said that there was going to be a 3-way tie at the end of the day for first place in the AL West. And I think that the Royals, I think Seattle does it on the run line. Yes, Brady Singer's been good, but I think that Seattle's able to hit against him. I like Bryce Miller. He's been a solid piece of this rotation. Besides 2 rough starts in a row against Minnie and Boston at the end of July, early August, he's been nothing but solid for this team, allowing anywhere from 2 or less runs in pretty much all of his starts. And I think he's able to shut down a bad Royals team who should be the next to be eliminated pretty soon.
That under win total is so easy with the Royals.
There you go. But I like Seattle in this one. I'll take their run line at plus money. I think they continue. If they would have lost their last game, I don't know. If they would have won, their last game, I don't know about it. But seeing that they won, let me grab some. Seeing that they lost their last game, snapped their winning streak. Now they're back at home. Give me Seattle.
Fair. I think we're missing one line for today's games, which is unfortunate because it's Kodai Senga. But yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Caution: D-Cracks 0-4 last 4 against the Reds. They won last night though.
Yeah, about to say they won last night.
Don't want this game either. Diamondbacks can't be anymore. 0-4 anymore. Yeah. We'll head to the last game of the night here with the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants in this spot. The Braves -150 favorites against the Giants here, total of 7.5. Let's get into the line history here between Strider and Webb. Line did open up at a 155. It's down to a 145, a 10-cent line movement towards the Giants. Line opened up at a 7.5, -115. It's down to a 7.5 at even money. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. 60% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the under in this game. And we have 28% of the tickets and 64% of the cash is on the Giants in this game. So the line moved towards the Giants and the line moved towards the under in this spot here. Let's take a look at the line look at the ballpark pal for this one here. San Francisco, where we have Oracle Park. -5% runs, -28% home runs, +8% doubles, triples, +4% singles. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game, which plays well into the hands of the San Francisco Giants a little bit here. Spencer Strider, 2.73 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 11.53 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%. 3.34 walks per 9, a 273 BABIP, but 2.90 FIP, and a 3.50 SIERA. And on the other side, Logan Webb, 2.86 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, 6.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 0.52 walks per 9, a 291 BABIP, a 2.78 FIP, and a 3.01 SIERA. He's been better. He's been better than Strider. Bullpen advantage going towards Atlanta here. 3.85 FIP, 3.78 SIERA compared to 3.99 and 3.84. Hitting advantage is a massive one here. 139 WRC plus, which is number 1 in baseball for the Braves, 73 for the Giants, which is dead last. Am I crazy? I think this could be your slaughter spot of the night. Braves -150.
Are the Braves big enough favorites?
-150, and they're the Braves, and everybody's going to throw them into their parlays, thinking it's easy money at the end of the night. Because when you look at it, we have a lot of pick'ems. Maybe the White Sox are the team that ruins parlays. I don't think it's the Orioles. And the only other big favorites are the Astros and the Marlins. Maybe it's the Marlins that kill it. But would you be surprised if we are later in the night we have the Marlins won, the Astros won, the Orioles won, the White Sox won, and it's down to the Mariners and the Braves. For some people, parlaying the big favorites and the Braves or the Mariners shit the bed. I kind of think it's one. I kind of think it's one or the other. I think it's gonna be the Mariners or it's gonna be the Braves here in this spot. And the line moved towards the Giants tells me that they're very live in this game. I don't want them full game though. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Braves, and I don't want to fade the Braves for 9 full innings here.
No.
I'm going to take the Giants' first 5 money line at +120 to end the night here. I think this is a spot where the Giants are able to win the first 5. Do they win the full game? I don't know. Am I going to rely on them to win the full game? No. I'm just going to take the Giants first 5 money line at plus 120 here.
Striders looked really good.
It was Webb.
I was about to say Webb's got a 2.11 ERA on the road at home. Sorry, but you also look at it. I know it's not as much profit, but 5.05 if you bet the Braves money line every single start for Strider. Obviously, some of those were majorly juiced. The Braves are 20-5 in his starts, so I'm not taking the Giants. Just because of how often the Braves win with Strider on the mound. I would actually lean towards the under. I could see this one being a shove match between Strider and Webb. Webb's been really a lot better at home than he is on the road. And it's in San Fran. That's not a hitter's-friendly ballpark. So if I'm going after this one, it's going to have to be the under, but I'm going to stay off of it to end the night.
Gotcha. Who's the Giants' top guy for that? Because I thought it was Webb, but I just looked it up. It's not.
I thought it was Webb.
No, Webb. You're down betting Webb this year. Wood is up 3.77 units. That's who it was. All right. I still like it. I still like this first 5. I'm cool with it.
Okay. Back to the chat for Lenny's comment.
Yeah, Giants Braves over. That's ballsy. It is a low total for a Braves game. I will give you that. I can understand it being a low total for a Braves game, but relying on the Giants to score runs is scary. But that is everything for today's slate. That is the entire game, all the games. It's nice to actually sit down and do an hour and a half show again. Not being able to do that 4 days a week sucks. But
real quick, Nick, we have the comment of the day.
Oh.
We're just going to leave that up for a while.
Leave that up for the recap time.
Yep. Yeah. Nick, what is the do we play it yet?
Nope. It is time for
housekeeping.
I'm going to be a little bit lazy. There is all the links in the chat, in the description of the stream. For Nick, point up. There you go. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. All of those linked down below. Make sure you guys are checking out all these social medias there. Nick, I think today sometime we have to sit down and do our first member-only video. If anybody's interested in that, we'll be doing a video on our entire card for the college football week 0. So if you guys are interested in grabbing that, we'll have the member-only video premiering tonight. There will also be member-only videos for NFL cards and college basketball when that shows up, especially and the college basketball will be 3 to 4 days a week, and especially for the Saturday card. So make sure you guys, if you're interested in grabbing all of those, $4.99, boom, right there for the for a membership on the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel. That's 16 cents a day, by the way.
Yeah. And by the way, Detroit Lenny's trying to one-up Dave. He put titties.
Yeah, we're still going to give it to Dave just because, A, it was all in caps, Dave's was. And B,
his was first.
And his was first, and we feel like you're copying him. You want to be as cool as Dave. We understand. NCAAF show tomorrow, Nick?
Yes. NCAAF show tomorrow. It's going to start probably around 2:15 Eastern Standard Time. So we have time to break down the Notre Dame Navy game first and then get into the rest of the slate. And it's going to be all day college football. And we're going to be doing that every college football week this season. Now, there's going to be some weeks where Tim and I are not on the stream for a couple hours because we'll be at Dowdy Ficken. But other than that, we will be streaming from 12 to late. Well, those streams will be 12 plus hours. Some of them where we start with the noon games and we go all the way to the Pac-12 after dark games as well. So, so those are going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be with me. It's going to be with Dave. Maybe Tim will show up to his channel once in a while.
Hey.
And we'll have other guests as well. So NCAA show, the inaugural first NCAA show tomorrow, starting around 2:15 for Notre Dame and Navy, and it'll go all the way to the end of the what game is it? All the way to the end of FIU Louisiana Tech, which is the 9 o'clock game. So, and we have who do you call it? Picks from Dave's USC Trojans in action tomorrow. College football.
Yeah. Not one upping. Just want to ride the bus with titties. All right. You know what? We'll give you that one. Recap time. I'm on the Natties. Natties plus round. Not plus rounds. I'm watching a Counter-Strike game. Plus 1.5 if you're interested in that instead of going after their money line, because Nationals 41-22 on the road on the run line. I'm on the Rays today. Houston and the over. I like the Cubbies. I like the Phillies. I like the Orioles. Dodgers, Brewers, Twins, D-backs, Mariners. Kind of a big card for me today.
Yeah. I didn't mean to click that. There we go. I am on the Astros team total over and the full game over. Washington and Miami first 5 under. Phillies first 5 money line. Cubbies and Pirates first 5 over 4.5, full game over 9. The Guardians team total over. I may add the full game over. First 5 under 5.5. Boston and LA. Oakland team total over 3.5 and the first 5 money line. May add the full game over to there. I'm not 100% sure yet. Twins first 5 money line. Royals first 5 money line, and Giants first 5 money line to end the night. I am on the Argos as well. In the CFL and some CFL action tonight.
Well, we will see you guys in about half an hour on the Picks and Parleys channel for Bet Win Repeat, and then we'll also see you guys tonight at 7:45.
7:45. Nerd Talk Capper Collective live betting.
I may be on a little later than that, but yeah, we'll see you guys then. Until next time, good luck.